This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga, dudes and dudettes. This is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Deadpool X-Force version. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard amazing Yamaguchi window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see multiple comic book-like panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's Deadpool out of the box. And man, this is another really cool figure from the Revoltech line. Now, for the most part, he really is just a repaint of the red version that we first receive in this line, but now he's in the X-Force colors, which I absolutely love, and I am so stoked that we get it in Revoltech form. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. So Deadpool does come with a ton of accessories. Starting off, he comes with 2 interchangeable head sculpts, 5 pairs of interchangeable eyes, a sheath with katana handles, 2 katana swords, 2 pistols, 8 interchangeable hands, your standard Revoltech stem with an articulated arm that articulates at 3 points with the clip, 2 extra Revoltech pegs, and a black effect stand piece. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at the Revoltech Deadpool. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Revoltech Deadpool X-Force colors. Now, I have been wanting this one for quite some time, and the cool thing about this is, this was originally technically a bootleg, because this figure is initially the same as this figure. They're exactly the same for the most part. What I do like about this newer one, you can kind of see in the paint finishes, this new X-Force one has a lot more matted tones in the paint, while this one feels a little more glossy, which makes him feel a little more like a toy, and I do like the more matted finish better. But what it is that when I say by bootleg, when this figure came out, it was great. Obviously, I loved it. Then they came out with bootlegs of this figure, and then those same bootlegs came out with bootleg versions of this guy. And when I say this guy, I'm talking like a year ago. They made a bootleg of this particular figure before this one was even made. So what I think Good Smile did was pretty much see that, oh hey, these bootleggers are making our figure just in gray. Why don't we do that and make an official release? And that's what we got. And I'm really happy with it because it's very, very cool. You guys know I'm a giant Deadpool fan. I'm a giant fan of the X-Force colors. I just think it's such a cool look for Deadpool. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to kind of go a little half on the review itself, because this will be more a comparison to a lot of different things. So again, the figure pretty much is the same, with the exception of the colors. It really is just the exact same figure through and through. The articulation all works the same. The belts and all that, and the straps and the pouches just all look very, very cool. I love the paint. You can see some airbrushing along in certain areas of the muscle and in the boots and the gloves, and all throughout the figure right here in the chest. Just all look fantastic. I think it came out great. One new thing that we did get is this head right here. I don't think the other one came with this head. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments, because I'm just honestly too lazy to pull out the box for my older Deadpool. So this one's pretty cool. You can kind of see more facial expression with the eyes bugging out and whatnot, so that's pretty awesome. That should just come off like this, pull that peg off, and you can put the head on like so. The eyes are interchangeable like we've seen before. You get these same eyes, more squinted. You got some heart eyes and things like that, so that's pretty cool. Again, a lot of the same stuff. We get the same katanas that we've gotten before, done in a very nice silver and black. What I do like is that these are kind of just like dummy handles on the back of this sheath right here. So you pull these out and it's really just a handle. So I think that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Nice Deadpool logo right there on the back. I think it came out very, very clean. The paint apps just look fantastic on this figure. I will complain about something that I complained about the first figure. There's like guns in here in these pouches and whatnot, and then there's a knife right here. None of those are removable. That pisses me off. That should not even be a thing. What's the point of that? That just, as an adult collector, that annoys me to no end, like seriously. So we do get some pistols, as you can see, very nicely sculpted. Same pistols again that we've seen before. We do get some interchangeable hands, open palm and whatnot. We get some like thumbs up hands that we've seen before. Again, it's all pretty much the same thing in different colors. We get your standard Revoltech stand, which I absolutely love that these figures come with, and interchangeable pieces to help you mount the figure. And we also get this little effect stand piece like that. That came with the previous version of Deadpool, and this actually came with the Revoltech Raiden figure that I reviewed a while back too, so it's the exact same piece, just in a different color, and that's a really nice pearlescent white. All looks very, very cool. So again, you can hold a pistol in either of the gripping hands like so. What you want to do is take that sword out like that. You can pop a sword in this hand like there, and you got some cool dual wielding posing, so that's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. So I'm gonna take this stuff off. The pistols fit in there very tight, and it's a little tricky to get them on, but once you get them on there, they're very tight, and they are just not going to fall out at all. So very, very nice. We also do get some extra Revoltech pegs, which I always appreciative of. Some nice dual joints like that, just in case some break, specifically ones right here in the shoulders. So again, overall, pretty much the same figure that we've seen before, just in different colors with a lot of the same accessories, with maybe the exception of the head. I'm not sure, but I'm sure you guys will let me know. So let's take a look at the articulation, because that's where this figure shines. So it is a Revoltech figure. Not everyone loves this kind of articulation and whatnot, but I do, because I'm an articulation buff. So the head and the neck are on those hinges and Revoltech joints. Looks all the way up like that, down with the neck like so. Pivot side to side, rotate left and right. I mean, you can do pretty much anything. Double Revoltech joints at the arm or shoulder like so. You can go all the way up, come all the way across like that. Just do pretty much anything you need. Rotate Revoltech joint at the elbow, and it just bends all the way, so lots of motion. Rotate like that. Another Revoltech peg at the wrist. Rotates, swirls around, hinges up and down. Anything you really need to do. And that popped out, pops right back in, so that's the good part. Double ball peg, double Revoltech ball peg in the mid-torso, so that rolls around like so. Does turn a little left to right, pivot side to side, crunches forward quite a bit, crunches back a little bit, not so much. Even the belt right here are on little mini Revoltech pegs on the back. You kind of see that to help you get the belt out the way when you're posing them around and stuff like that. So even the belt's articulated. That's insane, and I love it. So we got a nice hip joint that kicks forward that much, back about that far. Can do the splits about that much, which was very nice. Rotating that upper thigh as well as swivel around and roll around just like so. We got a nice ratcheted Revoltech peg in the knee, just like so. The knee peg is also on a little Revoltech joint, so that's insanely cool. Also rotates at that knee just like that. We got ankle joints, allows you to point the toe up and down, which are also ratcheted. Rotate, nice ankle rocker, and toe articulation. So overall, there's just a ton of great articulation with this figure, which I love, and pretty much that's the reason you're going to buy a Revoltech figure. A lot of people don't like the aesthetics of certain things, like when this figure is pretty much standing vanilla. It doesn't look all that great, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion. That's why they don't like them. But for me, I don't really pose a lot of my figures on the shelf vanilla. I have them in action poses and doing various things and jumps and kicks and all that kind of stuff. So you can hide a lot of those ugly joints and gaps and whatnot when you're posing that way. So if you're not super into posing, you know what, you're gonna hate these figures because they can be a pain in the butt and whatnot. But if you just love your insane articulation and you love doing pretty much anything you could possibly think of with an action figure, and you love Deadpool and his X-Force colors, then I think this figure is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Revoltech comparison, here he is standing next to first Red Deadpool from the Revoltech line. And for your X-Force Deadpool comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends and Mezco 112 Collective Deadpools. And just for fun, Here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Deadpool X-Force version. Now overall, I freaking love this action figure. He's so incredibly cool. He took everything that I loved about that first Revoltech Deadpool and just made it better with these X-Force colors, especially with the paint being a little more matted black. He does have some of the same problems like the awkward joints and whatnot, but if you're used to those and love your articulation, then I think this Deadpool is an amazing piece to get and he will be great to your collections. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.